Hello, my name is Mr. Webb. I'm subject leader for design technology. I have a particular interest in rapid prototyping and 3D printing.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Cadell. I teach product design and I have a specific interest in developing creativity, and I also enjoy looking specifically at interior products and furniture.
The course is assessed in three main areas. You have Paper 1, Paper 2 and the NEA. Technical principles are assessed in Paper 1, and this is centred around the applications, characteristics and classifications of a range of materials: woods, metals, polymers, smart materials. We also discuss how materials are enhanced to be suitable for product application and the different forming and redistribution techniques that can be used on these materials. We also look at how different finishes can be used to enhance the appearance or improve the function of products. Designing and making principles are assessed in Paper 2, and this is centred around design influences, how key historical design styles, movements have influenced designers. You will also look at how cultural changes have impacted the work of designers, and all of this work can be used in your NEA to support your investigation and analysis and testing of your project. The non-exam assessment is a substantial design and make project. It's worth 50% of the A level. You'll use all of the theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge that you've gained from technical principles and designing and making principles to apply these to your large making project. So why should you take product design at Herts and Essex? Well, the course gives you theoretical knowledge and practical skills that you need to design and prototype new products. Over the course of the 2 years, you'll make a range of mini projects with myself and Mrs. Cadell. This can often lead to careers in a variety of areas. Our graduates have gone on to do architecture, interior design and engineering. What skills will you gain and develop from A-level design, technology, product design? Well, you'll gain a range of practical and theoretical skills, and these cover the areas of research, investigation, design and creativity. You will do plenty of problem solving, planning, working in a team with other members of the group. You'll do lots of prototyping and manufacture, evaluation and communication of your ideas. This will prepare you really well for your NEA. A fair bit of your work will be involved with appreciating the relationship between design, materials, manufacture and marketing, and this again will come out in a lot of the mini projects that you'll undertake during your time in Year 12.
How is DT at A-level different from studying at Gcse?
Well, there's a clear progression from Gcse, and many of the topics are revisited but in greater depth. This is especially the case with the designing and making principles. The course itself is more independent, so you'll be expected to do a lot more work in your own time to further your knowledge.
Is there any equipment that you need to buy?
You don't need to purchase any specific tools and equipment for the practical work, but a good set of pens and pencils for design work would be a good idea.
Would there be any trips or visits?
So as a department we run a number of trips and visits and competitions. The first that I really enjoyed doing, which unfortunately we haven't done as yet, but I'd like to do this year, is to take students to the New Designers exhibition in Islington, which is a huge showcase of new designs which give a great insight to product developments, and it's a chance for our students to really gain inspiration and to aspire to develop their own design skills as well. Something that we have already done a number of times is attended the local Rotary Technology Tournament in Bishop Stortford, and we've had a number of teams taking part to do a practical design challenge in a certain amount of time, which they've really enjoyed. And other things that we also take part in are entering competitions online, such as the Star Pack Awards, which is more of a conceptual design project that sort of encourages students to be as creative as possible. So yes, we run a few different things. We also encourage our students to organise their own museum and exhibition visits as well outside of their school time.
What practical projects are part of the course?
Yes, we run a number of different shorter projects in Year 12 that encompass lots of different skill sets, and this not only develops creativity throughout the year to set the students up for their NEA at the end of Year 12 that they start then, but also covers lots of different practical elements and also cross-references to the theory as well. Projects that we've done include a drawing-based project to redesign a handheld product, and also a chair designed around the historical design movement of the student's choice, but focusing also on sort of material development and forming and that sort of thing. Other projects that we've got in place are to design a futuristic musical based product for the future, and taking inspiration from design classics as well, and also a sustainable table lamp for a high street shop that uses or looks specifically at the product lifestyle and the types of materials that are used, which I think is really relevant to today. Other areas that we cover are inclusive design and also designing for cultural differences as well across some of the projects. But one of the things I always reiterate to the students is that every project must include card models, and lots of them, and lots of prototypes to test their ideas and their functions as well. This cyclic nature of the design process is really, really important, and hopefully it encourages the students to develop their own train of thought and their creativity to set them up really well for the NEA in Year 13.
Okay, so what do you find most interesting about your studies so far, and what have you enjoyed most so far?
The most interesting bits about my studies is probably where you've got the where your practical and your theory sort of interlock and they link with each other, and you can see the theory actually there instead of just in words in a textbook, which is really good to see. And what I've enjoyed the most is probably being able to express my creativity on a page in sketches, models, prototypes, etc., all that, because it's just fun to let loose and design. How did you find the transition from GCSE to Year 12?
I found the transition really smooth because at the start of Year 12, for design, we didn't actually start with the NEA coursework straight away, which I found a real benefit for me in the end, because it meant that I wasn't going straight into my properly graded A-level coursework without having any proper understanding. So that's what made the transition particularly smooth for myself. Okay, so what advice would you give a Year 11 considering studying this subject?
If they want to study it, I would highly recommend it because it's a really fun subject. I enjoy it loads, and if you're really passionate about it and you want to take it forward into a career in architectural design or anything like that, then it's a good one to have, and it's just a good fun subject, and it's taught really well, and yeah, do it. So what do you want to do in the future?
In the future, I would like to either go to university and study either architecture or civil engineering. I'm particularly interested in civil engineering because I feel as though it's more broad and it can give me more opportunities post-university. If I don't go to university, then I'd like to do a degree apprenticeship with a company who specialises in architecture or civil engineering. So what would you like to do in the future?
I preferably want to go to university and study architecture, architectural design or something similar like that, and then to hopefully pursue a career in that subject and be successful and design lots of buildings and design buildings that people instantly recognise.